First and foremost, I just want to say I hate the media so much. They know what position they put these players and entertainers and coaches in when they ask these questions. And it's really a shame because you shouldn't be in a post-game interview or a pre-game interview or however that works answering questions about Kyrie Irving. That's not what should happen. If it was something that Kyrie experienced relating to basketball, that's fine. But remember, all of this started with Kyrie because a reporter asked that question. That's it. That's how all of this started. If that reporter, who I really want to call names, but I'm not going to, didn't ask that question, Kyrie would still have his sponsorship with Nike and everything else because nobody really cared at the end of the day. There may be a little bit of internet uproar, but it was only brought to the forefront of everybody's attention because of that stupid reporter who wanted a headline so bad that he was willing to do that to him. So first and foremost, I hate the media so much. But number two, I completely understand where LeBron is coming from in terms of saving his own ass. If it was me in that position, I just would have said no comment. I feel like that's the best thing he could have said was no comment. However, I do understand why he just completely condemned Kyrie because Kyrie got his thing with Nike suspended, bro. He can't even get his new shoe released because of this whole situation. And LeBron, who was probably Nike's biggest athlete behind Michael Jordan, I understand completely. He doesn't want to mess up anything he has going. However, it put him in the sight of the people because the people, for the most part, we agree with Kyrie as far as, you know, the movie showing his heritage and stuff like that. We agree with that. We don't agree with everything. I didn't watch the movie. I've seen synopsises of it, where it was like it calls Jews demons and all this other stuff. Look, I don't know if that's really in the movie because I ain't watching. But what I will say is that if Kyrie likes parts of the movie because it shows his heritage, then that's 100% fine. I don't understand why that's an issue. But anyway, so I just want to give y'all my opinion on the whole LeBron situation. First and foremost, like I said earlier, I understand why LeBron did this, but at the same time, it's really fucked up. I mean, this is what the media does. It really does tear people apart and everything else because I know for a fact LeBron wants to stand with Kyrie. I mean, if it wasn't for Kyrie in 2016, he wouldn't have brought that chip to Cleveland. Like, I know everybody says, like, oh, LeBron this, LeBron that, as far as the 2016 chip, and I 100% agree because LeBron was definitely the best player on that team. But at the end of the day, LeBron, it takes more than one superhero to beat the Avengers. You see what I'm saying? Like, and luckily, LeBron had Kyrie and a couple of other fortunate things happened in that series. So, as far as I'm concerned, Kyrie and LeBron are basically like brothers, I would assume. And it sucks that he just has to completely condemn and go against his brother. But literally everyone else in the media has been doing the exact same thing. But one thing I found interesting was Steve Kerr basically gave no comment when he was asked. And I think he was given a pass not just because he's white, but because he's a coach. You know, he's not really as influential as a LeBron, as a Kyrie. That's the way I see it. I don't know if other people see it that way. But he basically said no comment. And for most people nowadays, if you say no comment, it essentially means you agree. Like, it's fucked up because there is no middle ground when it comes to this type of stuff. It's either you agree with Kyrie and you're an anti-Semitic Jew hater, or you agree with the media and everybody else and you hate Kyrie and you hate black people. I find it pretty interesting, however, that this nigga LeBron will condemn police officers and all this other shit, which I agree, you know, if they're being racist and stuff, and wear Black Lives Matter shirts. But when his literal brother, who he won a chip with, is going against the media, he can't stand for him. He's like, oh, I don't know why Kyrie would do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, nobody who's came out against Kyrie seems to understand or try to be understanding at all. Shaq and Chuck called him an idiot. Everybody in the media is calling him an idiot. Jewish leaders are calling him anti-Semitic Jew hater. I don't think it's that hard for someone to understand, hey, I don't agree with everything in this. However, it shows my heritage. Therefore, I agree with that. Like, I can't be against Jewish people if I'm from that area. That's basically what he's saying. He's not saying that the film itself is completely, you know, not anti-Semitic, which it might be. Still, I haven't watched it. I've only seen the synopsis, so I haven't watched it. I've only seen bullet points. But I don't think Kyrie Irving, of all people, wants Jews to be dead. That shit doesn't make any sense. The same thing with Kanye. It's the same thing with other people that I've seen agree with this stuff. They're not saying that they want Jewish people to be dead or anything like that. all niggas is saying is, hey, we're from this area. We cannot be anti-Semitic. But obviously, they don't want Jewish people to. I think it's so disingenuous how the media they won't allow any middle ground. And it's fucking stupid how Kyrie has to complete 6 whole tasks in order to get back on the team. Like, you motherfuckers traded for him, or I think they signed him in the offseason. Either way, y'all went to bat for Kyrie, especially when it came to not getting the vaccine and shit. But now this happens, and all of a sudden Kyrie needs to take sensitivity training and he needs to meet with Jewish leaders. No, the fuck he doesn't. Kyrie understands what he's saying. He's not a fucking kid. He's not stupid. I think that everybody who is in the media and LeBron and the rest of them are treating Kyrie as if he's a kid, as if he doesn't understand what he's saying. Does that make any sense to anybody? I don't think so. So, long story short, I don't want to call him a coward because I understand he has his own family and he has his own brand to protect. But at the same time, you can't be BLM and not stand for the one black person you should be there for. This isn't like fucking Channing Frye or anything. This isn't Iman Shumpert. You know what I'm saying? This isn't anybody else. This is Kyrie Irving. Basically, your right-hand man in all of those years in Cleveland. I think it's fucked up. But y'all let me know if I'm wrong. I think I'm somewhat right on this. Y'all let me know if I'm an anti-Semitic Jew hater. And I'll see y'all later.